Alright you guys, well welcome back to the channel. We finally made it down to this greenhouse, North Vancouver. So you can see she's a little bit rough, but don't let the dirty plastic fool you. We ended up picking this thing up for 1,500 bucks off an auction site from the city of Vancouver. And the shelving alone is worth well more than 1,500. It's about 40 foot worth of shelving, all galvanized with expanded metal. Comes with the exhaust fans, inflation fans, furnace, the full meal deal. So we are on a bit of a time crunch. We got 2 days. It's piss and rain. So we're gonna leave the plastic on as long as we can. Shaylin's already starting tearing down some of the old plumbing and electrical and whatnot. And I'm gonna start tearing off the exhaust for the furnace. So we'll do as best as we can to get footage. It's a little tough, I don't have a tripod, so we'll set up where we can. And okay, so the first thing we're gonna try to do here is get this furnace down. I've already gone and undone the ducting. The propane lines were already disconnected from the main before we got here, same with the electrical. So I'm simply just cutting this off because it's gonna need to be rewired anyways. And then what I'm thinking of doing is there's safety straps on the back here, these cables. So I've undone those. We're gonna slide this thing close to the building, and then Shaylin will come up on her other ladder and we'll undo the ready rod and then just lower it down nice and slow. Fingers crossed that it doesn't fall. You want to just grab it? Just let mine let it down easy because it's in the middle. You grab it by the top. Easy for you. Yeah. So light. I think you said that once.
I think I might have.
Hey, safety first on our sketchy ladder show here. Flawless execution.
That was terrible. If it was so heavy, I think I would have dumped it on you like 4 times. Watch me just picking up on myself.
Okay, so this is part of the problem when you buy a used greenhouse sight unseen is you don't really know what you're getting into. Our trailer is 13 feet at the nose for the horse trailer that we brought. These are metal frames on these shelves are exactly 12 feet. But the unfortunate part is that the expanded metal it's not like in 12-foot chunks. The frame's 12, these are 8, and then all this flashing on the top is all riveted on, and it's varied between 6, 13, like it's all done afterthought. So what we're having to come through and do is break it down a little bit farther than we originally thought. We're having to come in and actually bang the rivets out, take the flashing all the way off so that this slides out. And then we'll have to roll the outside roll up to get the rivets on the back, dismantle the whole thing piece by piece by piece. So it's gonna be a bit of a job, but at least it should fit in the trailer. Fingers crossed. All right, well, we managed to get that second row of shelves down quite a bit faster than the other side in about half as much time. Once you kind of know what you're doing, it goes a lot faster. The first side we struggled a little bit, but we got her. So next step's gonna be taking down the fans on both sides, and then we'll also pop off slider doors. And then I think we'll be at a point where we can probably pull plastic tonight. And then we still got this electrical that runs all the way down the sides here, so we'll get that buttoned up as well. So what I'm going to try to do on these intake louvers is I'm going to try to leave this main frame attached to the louver and just undo it at these L brackets here. That way when I rebuild the uprights, I have a measurement as to how far apart I got to put them in for when I do the concrete on the bottom. So this is probably one of the few pieces that I'll leave intact as much as I can, just so I have a width for how big I got to remake the door. All this plastic is just held on by a wiggle wire. It's like a spring-loaded wire that keeps it tight against the plastic. So it just kind of pops out as you pull, so it makes it super easy. You'll always put your end walls on first, and then you'll string your plastic over the roof, and then go back over it with one more row of wiggle wire. So there's always 2 layers of this. All right, guys, well, it's day 2. We're just leaving the hotel now. We were pretty lucky to have a hotel basically, I don't even know, like 5 minutes from the site, which was nice. We were able to come down, get a good bite to eat, dry off, because it rained for a better part of the day yesterday. Today's supposed to be sunny, so we're looking forward to that. We ended up getting quite a bit farther than we thought we were going to yesterday. Me and Shaylin worked pretty well together, and there wasn't too many hiccups, so it was really good. Today we're looking to just pretty well take down the main structure of the greenhouse and then load up. There's dumpsters on site, so anything that we don't want, the lady that we're dealing with there has been quite accommodating, so we're able to just chuck a lot of the stuff that we don't want. We don't got to haul everything home, which is nice. That's a first. Usually we got to take a lot of the stuff with us on previous teardowns, which has been good. The one thing that took this job so long to come to fruition was the electricians were worried about an electrical component. So this greenhouse is on the water treatment plant facility for North Vancouver. I don't know how much other areas the water system services, but the main power for their communications tower runs right underneath the greenhouse, and they pulled power from that to supply to the greenhouse. So they were worried that there could be a potential damage there and potentially have no power to the water treatment plant. So anyways, long story short, it wasn't a big issue. We ended up working around the problem. I think it was not as big of a deal as maybe they thought, but that was really the only major thing that I think slowed us down getting here, being that we purchased it in January.
Yeah, they had to arrange for electricians to come and check it out and make sure it was all good.
So yeah, I think electricians will be on site at some point today, I think, just to make sure that we haven't broken anything. But other than that, mainframe come down and then load the trailer. Hopefully everything fits in one load. I think it should. Those tables broke down to, I think the longest piece is 12 feet.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do something fancy in the middle and do all the long pieces kind of in the nose, and then the not so long pieces kind of out towards the edges. So we'll have to do a bit of, I don't know, organizing to make that fit, but
Tetris.
yeah, Tetris. So that should be it for today. So let's get into it. All right, you guys, well, that's a wrap. We ended up getting out of there 2 hours ahead of schedule, so that's nice. Pretty sure it's world record. Got her done in 8 hours total. Me and Shaylin both disassembled, loaded, back on the road. So once again, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.